I first came connected with Redeemer actually from birth. My parents actually lived down on Fifth Street, and it was just destined to be. Pastor Dave asked my parents if they would like to join the church, and they decided to come. And next thing you know, I was born and baptized here at Redeemer back in February of 1997. I attended James Buchanan Elementary when I was a child before it became Smith Waddell, right there on Southwest End Avenue. And I was there from kindergarten through fifth grade. And the Choices program was around back in the 90s when I was in elementary school in the early 2000s. The Choices program was thriving back then, and I was one of the fortunate kids that got to be a part of the program. It was a great experience for me throughout the entirety of kindergarten through fifth grade. It was a sense of community. It was a sense of knowing that I was cared for after school. It was an opportunity to even just get connected with other youth and other adults in not just inside of a school setting, but also inside of a fellowship setting. There are things that I carry with me from my time at Choices, knowing that I was cared for from the adults that helped run that program, from my time as a youth until all the way through even beyond Choices, having that sense of belonging inside of the Redeemer walls. I always remember that. I always cherish that time that I had at Choices. It has definitely shaped who I am today and the seminarian that I am today. I now work for the school district of Lancaster and try to implement the characteristics that the adults have, uh, you know, shown when I was in Choices, and I try to show that with my students now, the caring, the leadership, and so on. The Choices program, Redeemer in general, it has played a factor in the formation of who Tiger is. It has always been a rock that has been there for me, whether it is Redeemer in general or Choices. It has always been there for me, has always supported me. And even on the toughest days that I may possibly have, it was always a safe place for me. I grew up in a single parent household, and I was never felt as if I was alone. I always had that support, even within the single parent household. Obviously, I had it from my mom, but at the same time, I had my Redeemer family and my Choices family always there to support me no matter what. It is stressful to balance being a seminarian, being a dad, um, being a employee for the school district of Lancaster. As of recently, I've been a substitute for a month now, and it looks like it's not going to be ending anytime soon. That is not a complaint at all. I love what I get to do every day, but there are days where it is challenging to balance everything all at once on the same plate. But it is at the same time rewarding, adventurous, exciting. No day is ever the same. Whether it is being at home, whether it is being in the school, or whether it is the seminary coursework, everything is just, we'll see how the next day comes at you. I would say growing up, having other adults that are not necessarily relatives of mine supporting me was a little peculiar at times as a youth, because I didn't think about it much then. But now, when I look back and reflect upon all of the supporters that I've had here at Redeemer throughout my middle school years, my high school years, and my college years, I cannot help but to express so much thankfulness and gratitude for all that they have done for me, and how much motivation and confidence and support was put behind me. It's something that I certainly do not take lightly, and am very grateful for, because I cannot really say for sure that I would be where I am today if I did not have that full vote of confidence, that full support system behind me, because every single person definitely played a role in where I am today, and I want to thank everybody for that. Choices is a great program. Choices is something that should be offered to every student in the entire school district. That is something I personally believe. At the end of the day, the church is not just a building. The church is what we also do outside in our communities. And Smith Waddell is a part of our community. They are our neighbors, they are our family, and we should always be there to support them.